Nicole Scott here from Mobile Geeks, and here we have the ASUS VivoBook Pro 15, because it's 15.6 inches, and we're knocking down signs because the price point on this is $799. It's actually very hard for me to believe that you're going to get a GTX 1050 Ti with 16 gigabytes of RAM is something like $799. Now, the system overall, it's a little bit heavier. I would say this is probably like 1.7, 1.8 kilos, I'm just guessing, but it doesn't feel that, oh, maybe it's even 2. Yeah, it's maybe even 2 kilos. So I wouldn't say that this is a device that you're going to bring around town. It's light for something with a big graphics card in it, which is pretty nice. I do like the fact that it does have a matte display. The bezels are a little bit larger than some of the other ASUS devices, but it still looks pretty good. I mean, for $799, you are compromising, and bezel size is definitely one of the things that you're going to do that on. Now, when you take a look at the keyboard, you can see that we do have an extra row here with the number pad, so gaming is definitely a consideration with the TI graphics card. You can see that there's a fingerprint sensor built into the trackpad, which means that we have Windows Hello, so you can automatically one-touch login. Now, overall, if we just take a look at the keyboard, every ASUS keyboard that I seem to be running across this show seems to have a significant amount of bounce. This one, the VivoBook compared to the S, seems to have a little bit more bounce within the center. For whatever reason, I think the S had a support beam in the middle, which did improve the overall structure of the entire device. Now, we do have the Harman Kardon speakers. We're just going to take a walk around the system and take a look at that. So here on the side, we have a full-size SD card. Yes! Then we have a headphone jack, 2 full-size USBs, Kensington lock so no one steals your device. Here around the front, we got nothing. And then around the side, we have a USB Type-C, which I believe is Thunderbolt. And then full-size HDMI. And oh, look at that bad boy, a little Ethernet port, because this is for gaming for sure. And then we have, again, the PSU. Now, I'm just going to give you an overall feeling of the construction. The plastic does not feel that cheap. The top feels all right. I mean, but it is definitely plastic. Maybe that top is aluminum. No, it sounds like plastic. Yeah, so overall, it feels relatively premium. This is metal. That's plastic. There we go. Or really, oh, I have to ask. Yeah, so anyways, overall, this is a pretty interesting device because if this is plastic, it's really good plastic. If it's metal, it kind of feels like cheap metal. I think this is metal. So I'm not sure I like the finish on that. Metal? Yeah, this is metal. All right. So this is actually made of metal, which is, I guess, for $799 a pretty good price point. This edge does feel quite good, but the finish of the metal on the top, I'm not that fond of. But I guess those are the compromises that you would make for a $799 device, and I'm glad that we were able to identify that, because maybe it was inside that we would have seen something that was compromising. If it's just the outside, I'm okay with that. So overall, I can't wait to get my hands on for a review, because this is one of those devices that is good for at-home portability. Under the hood, apart from the 1050 Ti graphics card, we are looking at a 7th generation Core series processor up to i5, and I believe that we will have i7 as well, but I don't think we will have i3. Oh yeah, so that's an i7, and it's an H series processor, which is really, meant for power. So 32 gigabytes of RAM installed, which is also really good. So that we are seeing these kind of like nice high-end additions on a $799 price point, which is something that we don't expect to see an H series CPU in that. So this is definitely for gaming, definitely for at home. It is portable, but you're only meant to be portable around the house and not like around town, right? So I think those are the 2 definitions that we need to remember when we think about mobile. All right, so this is the ASUS VivoBook Pro, and I'm Nicole Scott for Mobile Geeks.